Are dentures for old people? I don't know. Are the Beatles for old people? Not quite. I love me some Beatles, and Paul McCartney still looks really good for a guy in his 70s, I'm just saying. What does that even mean? What do you even define as old anymore? Doesn't that change the older we get? I know when I was 17 and guys that were like 23 and 24 would hit on me, I'd be like, you're old. And then when I was in my younger 20s and it was guys in their 30s, I'm like, aren't you married? And now that I'll be 40 in a couple of years and I see women that are just starting their families, getting married, having babies and stuff, I'm like, I remember those days so fondly. Old just constantly changes. It's all about perspective. People in their 70s are still pretty active. I mean, I guess you could say that somebody that's 95 in a nursing home and can't really care for themselves anymore is old, but is old even a bad thing? I think it's a good thing to make it to an age that a lot of people don't get to see. So whenever we see like Fixodent commercials or Poligrip or denture clinic commercials and advertisements and whatnot, we usually see people that are more mature. They are 65 and older, and that's all a marketing tactic. Yes, there's more people over the age of 65 that have dentures than there are people, 40 and under. But that doesn't mean that dentures are for old people. And I want you to get the concept of old people out of your head anyways, because it's rude. It really breaks my heart when I get messages from people who are 65 and older and they feel like they have to accept just a generic standard looking denture just because of their age. Just because you're 65 doesn't mean you don't still want to look good. And while we're at it, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You aren't any more prepared for dentures at 65 than you are at 25. I get messages from guys that are in their 70s and just as nervous about this process and no more prepared than I was at 26. Dentures are not for old people. They're for anybody who has to replace missing teeth. And for those of you who are scared to get dentures because you're worried that it's going to make you look old, we all pretty much look the same without our teeth in our mouth. This looks nice and normal and attractive and all big and pretty, and when these come out, all of this shrinks down. And I look like any other denture wearer without their teeth in their mouth. And I don't think that I look old, I think I just look like I don't have teeth in my mouth. My first set of really cheap immediate dentures gave me my confidence back. When I got that brand new beaming white removable set of dentures, I felt glamorous. And no matter how old you are, you deserve to feel that way. Don't let the dentist try to tell you to tone it down just because you're a certain age and your teeth are supposed to look a certain way. Everybody's getting Botox, everybody's getting fillers, everyone's dyeing their hair, 75-year-olds are hitting the gym still. If you want that glamorous, youthful looking smile and you're 80 years old, go for it because you're paying for it. I remember I used to think that dentures were for old people. That's just because that's what I was conditioned to think. Growing up, we used to see the denture commercials and it was always people of a certain age bracket. Maybe some of us remember back in childhood when our grandparents would take their teeth out and put them in a jar on the vanity in the bathroom. And so because that's the only images that we've ever really seen, we tend to associate dentures with older people. The thing is, I was more likely to see my grandma reach in and pull her teeth out of her mouth than say my 26-year-old fifth grade teacher. Doesn't mean she didn't have them, I just didn't have the opportunity to see her pull them out. So let's stop associating dentures with age and start looking at them as a medical device to treat a medical condition. If I lose my leg, I'm gonna get a prosthetic leg. If I lose my arm, I'm going to get a prosthetic arm. If I lose my teeth, I'm going to get prosthetic teeth. That's what dentures are. They are prosthetic teeth. So let me know, how has your perception of dentures changed since becoming a denture wearer? And if you're watching this and you're in the 65 and up crowd, let these young folk know that you are not any more prepared to get dentures than they were. You were just as shocked, just as apprehensive, just as nervous about it, and it was just as big of a transition for you as it would be for anybody. So that concludes today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can support what I'm doing on YouTube, and all my social links are in the description box below. And I'll see you guys on Monday, and y'all take care.